So this time, I just wanted to get down to business, and we're just going to focus on straight-up cursed paleo art this time, okay? And I'm not even doing a specific number. I just went on Google and downloaded a whole bunch of crazy stuff and put it in a random order. Let's do it. Okay, so probably not the worst I've seen, but I just can't get over the legs on both of these. Like, how are these dinky little legs supposed to support these animals? How is that going to happen? The proportions here are completely off in so many ways, and man, that stegosaur has a giant head. That is a genius among stegosaurs. Stegosaurs are known for having fairly small brains for their size, but this one is the Einstein of stegosaurs. Also, why is the giraffe at Titan's 1 foot backwards? You broke your ankle, probably because your tiny legs cannot support your great weight. Look, never skip leg day, people, I'm just saying. You may think this image raises questions, but how do you know that brachiosaurs didn't have laser eyes? How do you know? How do you know that? You don't know. No one really knows. Just because the paleontologists say it's not possible doesn't mean it wasn't. I mean, they could have. Just have an open mind, people, okay? You know, outside of something like The Land Before Time, seeing a sauropod smile is definitely disturbing in some ways. He's really excited about that snow, though. This means Christmas is coming. I'm not even sure I can call this inaccurate. Just the angle makes it look bizarre. Though it is nicely textured and well drawn, so I suppose we can only call this one mildly cursed. Okay, that, on the other hand, is full tilt. Why would you... I am a dinosaur. That's kind of where we're at with it. Okay, seriously, what's with the legs? And why would you ever... Did you want long legs in your stegosaur? Was that really important to you? What possible basis could this have? Oh, right, none. Look at this distinguished gentleman. He caught himself a very poorly molded fish. But at least he tried, you know, I'm just saying. You may not respect him for his appearance, but this is an apex predator. Not gonna lie, I kind of like this one. Like, he looks a little derpy, but like in that really wholesome sense. Like a big silly dog. Like, yeah, he obviously has no thoughts, and his one brain cell is working overtime to keep things rolling. But man, you can't help but love him and want to give him pets. Okay, look, I think I found what might be the least accurate rendition of a tyrannosaur I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of inaccurate renditions of tyrannosaurs. I don't even know what that is. It's like they said, alright, little Timmy, I know you're only 3, but I'm gonna need you to draw a tyrannosaur, and we're gonna base the entire sculpture off of your single drawing, and this is what we got. I'm not really great at drawing, but I'm pretty sure I could do a better job than that. I stand corrected. Perhaps this is in fact the least accurate. Like, what? How did you? What the heck is going on? Who thought that was a good idea? What's hilarious about it is it stands out so poorly, because the ones in the background don't look super off. Not great, but definitely better than this. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why they did this. I don't know why they even bothered. But hey, it makes for something unique to look at, I guess. Whatever. Hey there, children. You guys wanna buy some drugs?
No, children. Don't buy his drugs. Buy my drugs. They're much better.
This is clearly the result of an animal that did those drugs, actually. And somehow this Triceratops has evolved a clear lack of a front horn, which is weird, but also a gaping mouth. Like, that's almost a carnivore's mouth. Like, why would he need that? And is it perpetually stuck open? Is he just sitting there all day, every day? Like,
Rah! Look at me and my mouth. Don't mind the horns, just look at the mouth.
It's like an amalgamation of a Triceratops with a little bit of crocodile DNA. Maybe this is a reject from Dr. Wu's lab. I don't even know anymore. Also, his leg's broken. Probably get that looked at. This isn't too bad. I almost didn't put it on here, because I could put this on regular paleo art, because this is clearly an honest attempt at a Spinosaur, but man is he skinny. Like, clearly this Spinosaur is starving to death, and the head is way, way, way more like a Suchomimus than the Spinosaurus. But they are closely related, so it's not the worst mistake I've ever seen. I just couldn't get over how frail this animal looks. Like, where's the food? Someone feed this guy. He's going to starve to death in about 5 minutes. Speaking of more honest attempts at paleo art, here is another one that, again, wouldn't look cursed if not for the bizarre placement of things. Because that Rex in the background actually looks pretty spot on. I really like that one, but the one in the front is at such a weird angle that the head looks like it morphs into the body. Like, there's not even a separation where the neck should be. And the arms, oh goodness. Okay, I guess the arm on the right, which would be his left arm, it looks fine, but the arm on the left, which would be his right, appears to be coming out of his lower jaw, implying some form of bizarre birth defect. The fact that this animal could even get to adulthood with such a deformity is impressive and demonstrates the resilience of the Rex. Also, wow, I just noticed while looking at this, his tail is huge. Look how thick that is. Why is the tail so big? I mean, they did have big tails to balance out their heads, but not that big. Yo, this T-Rex has just seen some things. He remembers the day the stars fell. At nights, he can still hear the screams of his family, his children, as they all burned underneath the hot ash. And in the end, only he was left standing. Their cries for help echo deep in the fabric of his mind. The sulfurous fumes they burned. Oh, how they burned, children! Hello, I am a dinosaur. Ho, 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 ho. I'm not even mad at this guy. He's doing his best. Dr. Wu, what is this? What have you done? The Indominus was one thing, but this is, unneeded. This animal has no neck. Where's the neck? I'm convinced it's only still alive because it's fueled by hatred of its own existence, giving it at least one thing in common with most of my generation. So I get that. Next time this artist has a thought, they should just let it go. It'll save us a lot of pain in the future.
I am very thirsty. Please, give me some water.
Who beats the Plesiosaur? This isn't even cursed. I know exactly what happened here. This is one of those nature parks or zoos that wants to have a dinosaur exhibit just for funsies, and those are nice, but they really wanted an aquatic reptile, but didn't actually have a budget for any real water features, so they just stuck a Plesiosaur on land in the middle of the forest. Like, how'd you even get there? What happened to you? I'm sorry you've become a display of the slow, painful death you're going to experience because you are completely removed from your natural habitat. Dr. Wu! Stop! Why? What is this? Why would you? I don't even know how this animal would ever hold up their head with the horns. I think this is supposed to be a sauropod mixed with a ceratopsian, but that's kind of my issue. The head's gonna be way too heavy that way. But then again, the neck isn't as long, but the legs are. And why would you even need the horns? I guess I like the coloration, but yo, no, this animal, no, stop playing God. I am drawing the line now, right now. Stop it, right here. Enough is enough, man. You are out of control.
It's Christmas. Merry Christmas.
And now that horror show is over, special thanks to both my apex predators, Dr. Racer78 and Arthur Roy, as well as my generous patrons. Till next time, this is Darkness, and I bid you all a fond farewell.